freighter finally caught a tide. It's got to be useful. Ahoy, mateys, salty pride of the seven seas. I'm a new diesel and I'm here to give you some help. A quarry? He cried. There must be some mistake. I'm a dockyard diesel. Well, at least there be trucks. But to Bill and Ben's surprise, the truck seemed to give Salty no trouble at all. Yawns. Yo-ho-ho, and a bucket of prawns, a tiller spins, sang Salty. And the captain yawns, sang the trucks. Oh, I thought I might catch a bit of sea breeze. You really... Oi, said Salty, I do. I like working to a musical rhythm, he said. And so do the trucks. Why don't you give it a try, me hearties? Aye, sir. What kind of a quarry is it? That dock, Salty exclaimed. The docks are hard by the sea. Oh, thank you, sir, he said. This reminds me of a time in Bimini. And only the trucks know his secret. Ahoy there, Cranky, cried Salty. Where have you been? Snapped Cranky. And a good day to you too, Captain. Which company you been eating, said Salty. Reminds me of a lonely old Grand Banks lighthouse keeper. 'Twas in the middle of a wee naughty storm, Salty began. The likes of which you see once in a lifetime. This. You've blown the main now, matey, said Salty. That reminds me of a story. It was a bitter cold winter. The brave little ship was stuck until the ice melted the next spring. He barely made it round the Cape. After 100 scary days at sea without a scratch, he sailed into port and crashed his bow, not 15 feet from my buffers. Luckily, no one was hurt. Pulling freight cars is a sooty job, teased Salty, but then you wouldn't know. Means that someone's too big for his buffers, teased Salty. Careful, Captain, Salty tooted. You don't want to get too big for your buffers.
It may be sunny now, matey, but there be a storm coming. Nobody likes to be made fun of by silly tank engines.
Goodbye.
Aye, but there's a storm coming, said Salty. We must hurry. Fergus has a flywheel. It could power the generator. Hurry, shouted the... And say no more, me hearties, replied Salty happily. Ahoy there, me hearties. Fresh diesel from the mainland. Do you want a wheel there, matey? asked Salty. Never mind, me hearty, said Salty. The smell reminds me of the sea. Best part of the day, said Salty. Why didn't you fill up with water this morning, matey? I've heard you were too busy to help Edward too, said. No job is more important than helping another engine, said Salty firmly. Maybe it's a magic carpet, me hearty, said Salty. I've heard tales of carpets that can fly. Do you know any magic words, said Salty. No, Percy, said Salty. Other magic words like hey presto, hocus pocus, and abracadabra. Oops, sorry, matey, called Salty. It's not tall when you lay it down, matey, said Salty. It's to be chopped up and used for firewood, me hearty, said Salty. Then you best take it quickly, matey, said Salty. Sorry, Toby, said Salty, but I have an important delivery. This piston rod is too important to wait, matey. The Admiral is always looking for the lost pirate treasure of Sodor, he said. Yes, said Sodor. but no one has ever found it. First, find the eagle of the mountains. Its beak will point to the clouds, not in the sky. Then, those clouds will lead to the skull and crossbones, and there you'll find the treasure, me hearties. Oh, yes, me hearty, smiled Salty. Well, that's a special job, me hearty, smiled Salty. And here he is. He thinks you're a bossy boiler, me hearty, laughed Salty. Aye, yes, sir.